Chapter 23. And Sarah was 127 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. And Sarah died in Kirjath Arba, the same as Hebron, in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. And Abraham stood up from before his dead, and spake unto the sons of Heth, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. And the children of Heth answered Abraham, saying unto him, Hear us, my lord. Thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee his sepulchre, but that thou mayest bury thy dead. And Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heth. And he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron the son of Zohar, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he hath, which is in the end of his field. For as much money as it is worth, he shall give it me for a possession of a burying place among you. And Ephron dwelt among the children of Heth, and Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Heth, even of all that went in at the gate of his city, saying, Nay, my lord, hear me, the field I give thee, the field give I thee, and the cave that is therein, I give it thee, in the presence of the sons of my people, give I it thee, bury thy dead. And Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land, and he spake unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But if thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I will give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead here. And Ephron answered Abraham, saying unto him, My lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron. And Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant. And the field of Ephron, which is in Machpelah, which was before Mamre the field, and the cave was there, which was therein, and all the trees that were in the field, that were all in all the borders round about, were made sure unto Abraham for a possession in the presence of the children of Heth, before all that went in at the gate of his city. And after this Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah, before Mamre, the same as Hebron, in the land of Canaan. And the field and the cave that is therein were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of a burying place by the sons of Heth. I really like this chapter because what it says about Abraham as a man. We learn about him as a patriarch, and we see him in his role as a military leader, going and capturing Lot back, and in his dealings with other people and with the Lord. But here we deal with the very core human being and his recognition of the greatness of his wife. All great men respect, love, admire, and adore their wives who support and sustain them. And Abraham set the example. Now, when Sarah died, she was 127 years old. This would make Abraham 137 years old. When he gets to the place where she died, he goes into mourning, and there's an official period and time of mourning and a process culturally that is appropriate there. And when that time is finished, he needs a place to bury Sarah. Now, he is a stranger in that land. He's a sojourner, and it talks about having a meeting with the sons of Heth. The sons of Heth is another name for the Hittites. Hittites were a group of people that originated in what is now northwestern Syria and Turkey, an area that is controls the main trade routes between the area of the Euphrates River Valley and Babylon, and all the way up through that great big arc and down to the delta area of Egypt. There's a huge amount of trade back and forth there, which both the kings of both sides tax and get wealthy on. And although they fight one another to, sort of control it, they are both dependent on it for wealth. And the Hittites are in the middle, and they are controlling a lot of this trade. And these are the people who are the main residents in the area where Abraham is living. And he says that he wants to buy a burying place. And they say, no, don't worry about it. You're a great Lord among us. You can have any of our sepulchres. You can put her in any of our sepulchres. And he says, no, that's not good enough. I want her to have a place of her own. And what he means is, I want her to have a place of her own forever. That's just hers. I don't want her in with some borrowed place. I want her to have a special, dedicated, totally her own place. And of course, he's thinking that he wants to be there with her when he dies. And no, you can have any of them. And he said, no. He said, I pray you, Ephron, the Hittite, is with you. I would like to have the cave that's in his field. And Ephron is there, and he stands up and he said, no. I don't want to sell it to you. I'll give it to you. And Abraham won't take it. Now, when my son Michael, who was 19, died in November 2007 in a car crash, I had to go to the funeral home and I had to make some decisions. And the one thing I remember feeling the most of is, although I don't have much, it became really important to me that I paid for everything. Absolutely everything. Just seemed right that as his father, I look after his last expenses. And I can understand why it was so important for Abraham to look after the last expenses of having a resting place for the wife that he loved. And when pressed, Ephron said, that thing is worth 400 shekels of silver. Don't worry about it. That's nothing between us. You need to understand what 400 shekels of silver represented. A really great shepherd working a whole year, putting his life on the line for his flock, being there for them 24 hours a day, much of the year, would have earned 8 shekels of silver a year. A shekel is about 1/2 ounce of silver. You earn 4 ounces, a 1/4 pound of silver a year. That means that 400 shekels of silver is 50 years' wages for a skilled worker. A shepherd in those days was a skilled worker, still is a skilled worker. Abraham paid the full price. He did it out of respect for Sarah. That says a lot to me for his respect for her and also for him as her husband and as a man. Very good lesson.